Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, "tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more." I distinctively remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrote its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow, sorrow for the loss of Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden who the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. Ah, the silken, sad, uncertain, rustling on each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to stop the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, surely your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you." Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only words were spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echoed murmured back the word Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely this is something in my window lattice. Let me see then what that fret is on this mystery explored. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, with many a flirt and flutter. In there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obedience made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mien or lord or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. "Wretch," I cried, "that God hath lent me, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, and nepenthe from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether temper sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted on this desert land, enchanted on his home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there a balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Be that word a sign of parting, bird or fiend," I shrieked, upstarting. "Get thee back into the tempest on the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of the lie thy soul have spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take the form from off my door." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." And the raven, ever flitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight over him streaming throws the shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.